Okay, good morning everybody. My name is Osa and it's Saturday. So we are here on Oakfield Farm, Farming Simulator 19, and there is absolutely nothing. Where's the Challenger? Okay, we need to go hunting for a tractor. I seem to have misplaced it. Oh, isn't it down there? Yes, indeed. Okay, well, we've skipped through most of yesterday, all of yesterday. That's got 25 hours to go. So Challenger's sat there with that on the back. We'll leave it for happiness and go get the class. So that's the silage that was left over from the contract yesterday morning. Our fields are not ready to be harvested, so we have none of our normal farm work to do. Well, not that we have much normal farm work to do normally. But I would like to boost our supplies of hay while we can. Now, we did that last time. Well, we did that last time when we mowed our two big fields. And I'm now going to mow the grass pasture behind the cow shed and try and get some more hay out before fall happens and everything gets damp and horrible and not great conditions for drying. So yeah, lots of distractions since last week, so hence why I misplaced the Challenger, because I don't recall what we were doing. So back up onto that, connect it all up, and I probably just turned my head like an owl. Out to the cow pasture. Well, the pasture behind the cow barn, because we don't have cows, it's not really a cow pasture. Oh, we also have that to check on as well. Uh, 93%, so that's not going to be ready till after lunch. So I guess right now the plan is we'll mow this field, and once that's done, we'll check on the silage again. If it's ready to move, we'll set ourselves up for selling that. In the meantime, let's get this thing unfolded. Whoops, lowered. And on, and do the same at the front. Goody goody, good morning Hail Team, and welcome to the stream and welcome to Saturday. How's your day going so far? So the grass is nice and dry. No need for a tedder, which is good because we don't actually have one. And it's just coming up to 8 o'clock in the morning game day, so we will hopefully have enough time for this to all dry out so we can bale it up this evening and get it put away. I may dispense with loading onto a trailer since the field is so close to the barn. Going good. Awesome. And then yeah, just shuttle the bales in as we can stack them. I was thinking I probably should have packed those bales last week about 3 high rather than just 2 high. But they were getting kind of frustrating on me, so I kind of didn't. In the real world, I would not like driving this tractor on that kind of slope. I don't know how stable it is, but my lawn tractor, yeah, wouldn't like that. Come on, push. So after what were we doing last week? Last Saturday we had the HVAC guy in doing some work. He didn't get it completed on Saturday. They had a big job starting Monday, so he was helping set that up, and he came back on the Tuesday. Now, I mean, he'd left us in a condition where the AC worked. That was all wired in. The furnace and fan had electricity, but what they didn't have was any gas. So we couldn't run the furnace. Not a big deal since it was 80-degree temps, so who needs heating when it's 80 degrees outside? Unless you're a reptile, of course. But anyway, so he just had to come back, connect the gas lines, connect the air intake and exhaust ports for the furnace, and pretty much done. So we now have a brand new HVAC system, which is a lot quieter since it's now in the basement, so it's not so easy to tell when it turns on or off. Good morning, White Hawk, and welcome to Saturday and the stream. How is your Saturday going so far? But outside of that, well, pretty much a normal sort of Monday to Friday week with working and earning money and all sorts of fun things like that. Oh, and we found out about, I had a doctor's appointment on Friday afternoon, so I popped into the car mechanics to find out what was going on with our SUV that one of their porters had driven into because the brakes failed on a car he was moving, and apparently all the bodywork is now fixed, and they're still trying to figure out why the AC failed on our trip to Ohio, considering that it was a new unit. So I said, well, I'm on my own, so I can't really take it with me. And so they said, oh good, can we keep it for Monday? We'll take it out for a long drive, and we'll see if we can break it. Because if we can break it, we can try and figure out why it doesn't work all the time. So I guess we'll see about that. But that's not costing me anything so far, because they installed a new AC unit, so they need to figure out, was the unit they installed bad? Is something else going on? Or what? So, it's not a big deal. We do not need the SUV right this minute. Because we had the kids when we went on vacation, what would that be now, 2 weeks ago? 2 weekends ago. schedule would have us entertaining them next weekend. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen yet. Last week Sunday we had another meet up at the ice cream shop with the child we're looking to adopt, and she is coming for an extended visit today. So no overnights approved yet, but her foster parents want to go shopping for school supplies, and so they figured they'd go to Ann Arbor. We're on the way, so they can drop her off. She gets to spend most of the day with us, and foster parents will pick her up on the way home, on their way home. So because of that, this stream will be shorter than normal, which is why I started it 15 minutes earlier than normal, I guess. And there will probably be an abrupt ending when she arrives. Although I might keep running for a few minutes since she thinks it's awesome that I'm a gamer. And I may have to learn how to play Minecraft and Roblox, apparently. And so will Mrs. Osa. Okay, I think this field is looking reasonably complete when it comes to mowing it, so that's good. See if there are any contracts to do. Alright, that's done. Let's check the job board, see what's going on. There are 2 baling contracts. Meh. Field 13, Field 9. Field 13, wasn't that the one we did last time? No, we did 14 last time. And Field 9's tiny. So, not going to worry about that. Let's put the mower decks away. And, well, we can leave that sitting around for a bit now. Truck ready for silage haulage things. And the belts. For games I play, Train Sim World 2 came out on Thursday this week, released at midday if you're on Steam, and I believe there was a small discount, so I figured, I'll get it anyway, and to date I haven't even started it yet. because for the most part I haven't had much time to play things lately. I have been playing Battletech again since I bought the DLC available for it. Okay, just run this backwards to the shed. Long hauler, good morning. And welcome to the stream, welcome to Saturday. How's your day going? I could get the contract refresh. I don't know that there's that many contracts available on this map. And that's the thing. I mean, you can only get contracts where contracts are available. I think it's probably a lot more useful in the base game than it is in seasons. Because if we now look at the map and look at, oh, that's growth. So fields 38 and 36 are ready to harvest. This one could be harvested. Oh, they're ready to harvest. No, those are ready to harvest. Those weren't ready to harvest when I woke up this morning. Okay. So potentially there are harvesting contracts that can be done now. 38, is that a field we've worked? I think the purple and brown ones are ones that don't have contracts on, so, and the blue ones. These are cultivated, so they've never been planted, they're never going to be planted. And because of that, they don't progress through a growth, even as a field we can't contract on. Same with these over here. Might have worked on 20. I know we've worked on 17 because we have fertilized that multiple times. Well, that was a surprise. I was preparing to be disappointed that there was nothing to do today, which is why we got the mower out. But it would appear that there's a field that needs to be harvested. So let's get the Fent out. At this point I have no plans to get Flight Sim. It looks like a very, very pretty game, but it's one of those things of how much... I don't spend a lot of time playing games. I mean, if you compare my Farm Sim 17 hours, which is somewhere in the region of 1,600 hours over 2 years, and my Farm Sim 19 hours, which is well less than 1,000, and we are coming up to the point where normally we'd be looking at an FS21 release in the next couple of months. I probably played Farm Sim half as much as I did Farm Sim 17, and other games, maybe a few hours a night, but really not a lot of time spent playing games. So I can't really justify playing something like Flight Sim at this point. Now, as I said, it does look pretty, and I may look at it eventually, but for right now, it's a sort of... I can't really justify buying it. Especially since we now have the basement partially cleared, I can start looking at doing basement stuff. Okay, we have to bale the straw in order to make money on it, so... I'm gonna park this right about here. Engine off, engine off. That gate's closed, that's fine. This is oats ready to harvest. So, regular header. Can't remember what I got the other field. The other field was, this field is sunflowers. I think the other field's barley or wheat or something. So they're all straw producers. I will make the straw and then sell it immediately. So how's your survival challenge going? Yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons I could kind of justify getting Train Sim World 2 is because I have Train Sim World 2, I have a bunch of DLC on it, and you can play that DLC on Train Sim World 2, so it's not a huge... Yeah, it's a treat. I have the money in my gaming account to pay for it, so we should probably drop a bale later. Right now, I need to go and get stuff ready. Okay, that's our baling tractor. That's... what do we need? We need the... ooh. The thing from the bottom field. So lumberjack mode is turned off. What does that mean? Okay, where's the headers? I believe they are over there. And we just want the draper today. I play on PC. PC2. Okay, connect. That's that one. So that's the draper. We are good to go, and I think I just did the owl turn of the head. But yeah, there's still a little bit more cleanup work to be done in the basement. But once I've got that done, it's kind of getting on to be time for the power tools to come out. Now we also have electric in the basement. Let's put my foot on the accelerator on the bottom. There we go, that's better. Probably use the Fendt tractor as a haulage. So we need the cart, the grain cart, to finish this off. Oh, so I caught, what's it, Silver News last night was talking about stuff that's going to be in Farm Sim 21, 22, whatever they end up naming it. Wasn't anything that specifically struck me as great. They're playing with the sound engine, yeah, that's nice to do. But, you know, I look at things like Train Sim 2020 or Train Sim World, and that's something that Dovetail Games does over the course of time. You know, they'll have 2019 a graphics update, 2020 an update to the gaming engine so it'll run in 64-bit as well as 62. You know, 2021 they'll do a sound update or whatever. So they're always enhancing something in the game. So it's not something that I think, oh wow, this is going to make the game awesome. A lot of the time, you know, you tend to start playing it and think, well, that made the game awesome. But it's a sort of, so long as I can play the game, I'm happy. positioned right, and then we'll jump out and bring the harvester to connect. Oh, because I need to see where the auger is. But what interests me is the sort of the game function. So are they improving front loader handling? Are they improving? Last time, I mean, they improved the hand tool so that you're able to rotate things that you pick up, and I like that feature. Now it's not a feature I would say, oh, we have to have this in Farm Sim, but now we've got it, I'm thinking it was a really good thing for them to add. I appreciate that. Is that a good place to park? Yeah, close enough. Let's pull forward a little further. And that one is done. Turn the engine off and jump out, because we don't need that until everything's absolutely done on this field. Okay, unfold. Do I ever play Derail Valley? Again, another game I haven't gotten. I would probably enjoy playing it, but it's one of those things. Are we on swath mode? Oh, wrong button. That button. Enable straw swath. 16. There we go. Turn the help button off. So let's get this little harvester rolling. Hey, and Patchwork, good morning and welcome to the stream. How is your Saturday going? Good today, I think, for now. As I said, we have a possible adoptive child coming today, so potentially arriving any time between 10 and 11, I think. So I will be calling the stream when she arrives, but as I said, may extend 5 minutes or so. We are 33% full. So yeah, long-term future plans for this farm. We will buy more fields, and the prime goal, I think, now that we've got most of the equipment we want, is to save up and buy arable fields on the other side of the main road. And then from there, I don't want to buy the ones which have contracts on, so we're still able to make money doing contracts if they're available. But eventually I expect to get to the point where we're going to need either a bigger harvester or a second harvester. Second harvesters could be complicated because obviously I can't drive both of them at the same time. this is a good size. I think the as a second harvester, the class Toronto would be a good complement. But if I get the truly huge fields on the other side of the highway or on the other side of the main road, I'm gonna want to look at a big harvester rather than something this size. But I'm gonna need to keep this size one so that we can get into fields like that one over there. Sometimes it's just that much easier to keep the small harvester because of the fields you have. There's a lot of patches of bad crop on this field. So grain haulage will be done with the Favorite. That's fine. I'm gonna have to I should have bought the class up and attached the baler. Because we have square bales, they tend not to roll and get in the way. I could be doing that as we go. Well, I'm going to have to fetch a bunch of equipment from the yard very shortly. Oh. Hang on. Okay, that was church saying they'd cancelled the ladies' brunch today but hadn't told anybody, taken it out of the church bulletin. So, not that that really affects me, but they did apologise for messing up your weekend if you were planning to go. Which, since it was a ladies' brunch, was not on my calendar. And since Mrs. Osa likes to lie in on a Saturday, not on hers either. Second now,